Hey again, folks. Welcome to my gear review. This time around we are looking at the 2012 limited edition Aged Cherry SG Standard from Gibson. Let's see if we can get a little bit closer on that finish for you there. As you can see, it looks pretty black, but it is an aged cherry, like a really dark maroon almost. Beautiful guitar. You can see there's some binding along the side of the neck, like a regular SG Standard. Full pickguard, two pneumatic bridge and stop tailpiece, and the Gibson 490, 498 pickups that come standard on the SG Standards. Now, this fretboard here is not rosewood, because I believe Gibson was having some issues at the time. So they went with a baked maple, which does give it a nice little snap. But it does help maintain some of the warmth of the rosewood. So we're going to run through the combinations right now. This is bridge pickup at everything's at full volume, full tone here, 10. And we'll go through some of the settings. We'll go clean, a little bit of overdrive, as well as a lot of overdrive, or a lot of distortion, I should say. Okay, so here we go. We'll do some chords and some single notes. Now, if you have checked out my other video on the Squire John 5 Telly with the Gibson 490 and 498 pickups in it, this sounds more like an SG. It's a lot thinner bodied, as you can probably tell. One of the benefits of the SG is solid mahogany, as opposed to something a little thicker, like a Les Paul or like that Squire Telly. I find that Telly embodies more of a Les Paul spirit. It's deeper, it's bodier, if that's a word. It's got more soul, I find, than something along the lines of this. And even if we switch over to the neck pickup, we still find the sound is a little bit shallower than it would be on a deeper body guitar. And it's still able to keep up with the big boys in terms of unlike myself, of course. Look at it in the middle. This is what it sounds like for a couple of chords. Back to the neck. You can really hear a nice blend there. Personally, myself, I like to put the neck at about 8.5 and the bridge at about 7.5. It gets a really nice mid-rangey tone, I find, while still maintaining a lot of the neck pickup that we can hear here. Turn that up a little more. Give it a little bit of distortion here. These are also the same settings as the Squier John 5 Telly video. If you want, take a look at that. Should be right over there right now. If not, there should be a link somewhere down there. And a little bit of distortion. Here we go again. And that's on the middle setting. Let's crank some bridge here. Some neck. Nice clarity. And that's some relatively high gain on this channel. If we back it off a little bit to just under 5 o'clock, becomes a little more bluesy in the neck position. But the real fun begins when we kick it back to the bridge and we go over to the solo channel. So it still maintains that nice vintage low output humbucker, but you can tell it still belongs in that range though. Now if we scoop the mids to give it a bit more of a modern sound, this is what it sounds like here.